Good evening, St. Louis, and thank you for tuning in, and welcome to the St. Louis Spirit Show, your number one source for Spirit news and talk. I'm your host, Christopher Madison, and we got a late night show because our St. Louis Spirits just wrapped up the game against the Detroit Pistons. Last episode, I told everyone that the Spirits are going to have their hands full with Drummond and Reggie Jackson, and they did. The final score ended with 99 Pistons, 81 Spirits. So the Spirits lose by 18 points, but that doesn't really tell the story of this game. This game was an all-out battle until we reached the final quarter and the Pistons got hot and went on a big run. So like every basketball game, there were good things, bad things, and ugly things that went on during this game. So since I'm an optimistic person, let me break down the good things that I saw with our Spirit team to start off with. First, this team battled hard in that first half, like to the point where they were up by 14 points at one point. But then again, like I said, the Detroit Pistons went on a couple big runs and that was really it. But you can definitely tell that our guys really wanted to win. If they continue to play with this fire that they play with tonight, I can see them breaking over 20 wins. Like yesterday, I told you guys that I thought they could win 20 games, but if they play like this, they can win more than that. The second thing that I saw was a play from the bigs. One thing Coach Goodrich preached to his boys is stopping Andre Drummond on the glass and defending him well. When they did that, Drummond ended with 12 points and 14 rebounds, which sounds like a great stat line until you hear that only 2 of those 14 boards were on the offensive glass. More specifically, when we talk about the bigs, I like the guys Alexis Agensa and Willie Reed coming off the bench. They really provided some great minutes when Joffrey Laverne and Larry Nance Jr. got a little tired. Alexis Agensa really did a great job boxing out Drummond. Drummond had no boards when Alexis Agensa was in the game. I think it was about 18 minutes total, and I think that's just a great thing. Like, if we can provide that from the bench every single game, we should be set for years to come. A last good thing that I saw was a play for Ben Horsey. Ben Horsey is the rookie that we signed out of free agency because he went undrafted, 5'8" point guard, and the guy played great. Horsey played great with his time on the court, for real. Like, he made some big shots. He dished the ball off pretty well. Like, we knew that he was a facilitator, we knew that, but I did not know he had a pretty nice jumper. He shot 2 for 3 from the three-point line, finished some really good buckets at the basket. Like, the guy played with a lot of heart, and that's exactly what we need from players like that. Now let's talk about the bad things. Though we went on a pretty big run in that first half, the offense was stale and stagnant. Many possessions with the entire 24-second shot clock just to end in the bad shot. Now this is because Goodrich had them running a motion offense that they all seem to be unfamiliar with. One of the main points of the motion is to keep guys moving throughout the entire possession, but a lot of possessions they didn't. They were just standing around, and that forced our guards to just take bad shots. But this is only the first night, man. Goodrich, like I said, is a very adaptive coach, and I'm pretty sure by next game he'll switch it up, and they won't be running that and they'll be trying to switch it up to something different until we figure out what set works for this team. Another bad thing we saw is the time that Shane Larkin and Ben Horsley played together. Shane Larkin is only 5'11", and Horsley is 5'8" on a good day. This is mainly because we really just don't have guards on the team, so we had to put Shane Larkin, we had to put Ben Horsley on the court at the same time. And when they were on the court together, the team was outscored by 8 total points. Like, think about our roster right now. We got Jordan Adams and PJ Tucker in the starting lineup, and then we have KJ McDaniels and Ben Horsley on the bench. That's it. The rest of our bench are pretty much big guys. So Larkin and Horsley had to play a lot of minutes together, and like I said, the team was outscored during that time. Now the ugly thing, and it was really ugly. The shooting from this team was terrible. If it wasn't from the play from the bigs, like I said earlier, this would have been a bigger blowout than what it was. Shane Larkin, Jordan Adams, and PJ Tucker are 2 starting guards, and our small forward finished 6 for 14 together from the field. That's just 24%, or 25%, sorry. We really need them to shoot better than that. As an entire team, we shot 28% from 3. Like, if we take a look at the roster, we don't have the best 3-point shooting team, for sure. And because of that, I think that's why this motion offense just didn't really work out. We got a lot of open threes. We just didn't knock them down. 28% is not good. One thing I do think we should be doing is running the fast break more. Our average age is just 24 years old, and a lot of these guys are athletic. Think about Larry Nance Jr., KJ McDaniels. These guys are athletic guys, and they should definitely be running the fast break more often. I think we can score a lot of points on the fast break. In this game, we only scored 14, while Detroit scored 24, so they beat us on the fast break tip, but that was because we tried to pack in as many in the paint just to prevent Andre Drummond from getting offensive boards. So this is just the first game of an entire franchise. But I can definitely say that I'm excited to watch this team throughout the season, throughout the next couple seasons, because watching this game, I was really entertained. I think Coach Goodrich did some pretty good things. Of course, he did some bad things too, being a rookie coach. I think that our team played well together, but again, chemistry issues. These guys have not played together. They haven't been together on the same team for more than like 3 months now. So they only have a couple months of experience together, and this is their first NBA game together. But I think that things should work out. Over the next couple years, the team should be getting a lot better. So now we finished with the breakdown. Let's go into some questions from you guys. If you want your question to be answered, be sure to comment down below with the hashtag Spirit Talk. And this one, I have 2 questions. And if your question was not answered from that first episode, don't worry. We got a lot of episodes left. So the first question comes from Aiden. He says, first off, wow, this is an amazing idea. And for the question, do you plan on building through free agency or the draft? Hashtag Spirit Talk. And that's a really good question. A lot of people in the comment section asked this one, so I picked this one, but a lot of you guys definitely did ask this. I think we plan on doing a little bit of both. It would be great to sign a big name free agent in this upcoming season. Just think about it. Think about the pitch. We can say to whoever it is, yo, St. Louis is a new market. This could be your team. This can be your team. And since our team probably is not going to win a bunch of games this season, I'm pretty sure we're going to have a pretty high pick. So I think we're going to do a little bit of both. Draft some great youthful players to bring to the team and also try to sign somebody big in free agency. One thing I do know about this GM is that he probably isn't going to do many trades. Like, we're not going to try to build through trades, but probably in free agency and through drafting. The next question comes from Jack. He says, how do you think the Spirits playstyle will be? Any specific strengths in the team that the Spirits would try to take advantage of? And that's a good question. And thanks for the question, Jack. I think no one really knows right now, not even Coach Goodrich. It's too early in the team's life to know any of our strengths. I'm sure from this game, Goodrich saw some things that he liked and saw some things that he didn't like. So I know he's working on a good plan to try to get everything, man. I think personally, as the radio host that doesn't know much about, the ins and outs of coaching, I think we should be taking advantage of the youth and running the fast break. I also think that once we're in the half court, we should be giving it down to our bigs, because Joffrey Laverne, Larry Nance Jr., these are 2 guys that can definitely score down low, and I think we should be taking advantage of that. But again, it's Coach Goodrich's team, so we'll see what he comes up with. So that's all that we have tonight, St. Louis. Next episode, I'll be breaking down the first 10 games of the season, and we'll see how good our team is through 10 games. I am your host, Christopher Madison. Thank you for tuning in.